It was an important day in the yard. Everyone was busy and excited, making notes and taking photographs. A special visitor had arrived and was now the center of attention, whispered Thomas to Duck. Said Duck proudly. Asked Percy. Replied Duck. Said Thomas. Just then, Gordon arrived. Said Gordon. And he steamed away. Later that night, the engines found that the visitor wasn't conceited at all. He enjoyed talking to the other engines till long after the stars came out. He left early next morning. Gordon grumbled. Said Thomas. Huffed Gordon. Replied Thomas. Snorted Gordon. Duck took some trucks to Edward's station. Called Edward. Replied Duck. Then he told Edward what Gordon had said. Sued Edward. Gordon's wheels pounded the rails. Gordon's train rocketed past and was gone. Chuckled Duck. Called his driver. Said Gordon, but he said it to himself. Suddenly, Gordon began to feel a little strange. He thought, but it was too late. On the viaduct, they met the wind. It was a teasing wind which blew suddenly in hard puffs. Gordon thought it wanted to push him off the bridge. He said firmly, but the wind had other ideas. It curled around his boiler, crept under his loose dome, and lifted it off and away into the valley below. Gordon was most uncomfortable. The cold wind was whistling through the hole where his dome should be, and he felt silly without it. At the big station, the trucks laughed at him. Gordon tried to wheesh them away, but they crowded round no matter what he did. On the way back to the shed, Gordon wanted his driver to stop and fetch his dome. Said the driver. Gordon was very cross. He huffed to himself. But all the engines were there waiting. Never trust domeless engines, said a voice from somewhere behind him. They aren't respectable.